Hello, dear children. We discussed some topics of History Chapter 1, the medieval period in India, in the previous video in Part 1. Today, I am here again to discuss the next segment of the same chapter in Part 2. Let's overview the topics again. Children, in part 1, we discussed about number 1, the introduction of the medieval period in India. Today, we will discuss about number 2, the impact of geography on history. Number 3, terms used to describe the Indian subcontinent. Children, in previous video of this chapter, part 1, we discussed about the condition in North and South India in the beginning of medieval period, that is 647 CE, when Emperor Harshvardhana died. In North India, many independent kingdoms were fighting with each other. Taking advantage of this, many tribes or dynasties from Central Asia entered and attacked India from northwest direction and established mighty empires in India. After discussing historical reasons which helped invaders to enter India, there were some geographical reasons also. Geography of India also affected history of our country. So let's see what were the impacts of geography on the history of India. First of all, we will talk about impacts of geography of North India on Indian history. See the given map. Number 1, in the north, India has the Himalayan mountain ranges. It stretches for over 2575 km from west to east in the north of India. These Himalayan mountain ranges cut off Indian subcontinent from the rest of Asia. Children, what is Indian subcontinent? It is a term used to describe the areas of our neighboring countries like Pakistan, Bhutan, Nepal, Bangladesh, etc. Himalayas have acted as a barrier. Barrier means like a wall and stopped people to conquer this land. But the passes allowed travelers and invaders to enter India through northwest direction. Yes, children, we have already discussed this in the previous video about some dynasties. For example, Turkish dynasty, Mongol dynasty, Afghan dynasty, and Tughlaq dynasty. These invaders had a powerful and long lasting effect on the culture and society of India. Now, children, let's see what was the impact of geography of South India on history of India. As in previous video, we discussed that South India remained unaffected by the events in the north. Southern kingdoms like Cholas and Rashtrakutas were happy and prosperous kingdoms. But children, do you know why? Because of geographical or physical features of South India. For example, Vindhya and Satpura mountain ranges acted as a barrier. These mountains lie in east-west direction in the north of southern peninsula. They discouraged the Turks, Mongols, and other invaders to enter the South India. So, in the Deccan and the South, there is unique culture and different history. Number 2, southern kingdoms had long coastline. For example, Chola kingdom had a long coastline. Coastline means coast surrounded by ocean. Due to long coastline, number one, southern kingdoms had powerful navies. Number two, due to powerful navies, southern kingdoms were able to establish empires across Indian Ocean. For example, they included number one, the islands of Sri Lanka, number two, the islands of Indonesia. Just now, in previous topic, the impact of geography on Indian history, we have discussed about Indian subcontinent. Children, what is Indian subcontinent? First of all, see this map. It is showing India and its neighboring countries like Pakistan, Bhutan, Nepal, Bangladesh, etc. So, we come to know that India and its neighboring countries are collectively known as Indian subcontinent. Now, let's come to the main topic, that is terms used to describe the subcontinent. Through the thousands of years of Indian history, Indian subcontinent is known by various names. Now, let's discuss all those names one by one. Number one, during Vedic age, India was called Saptasindhu. In Sanskrit, Sapt means seven, and it was also called the land of seven rivers. Children, see the map. These seven rivers were number one Indus, number two Jhelum, number three Chenab, number four Ravi, number five Byas, number six Satluj, and number seven Saraswati. In Sanskrit, river Indus is called Sindhu. Children, river Saraswati is considered a mythical river. Now it does not flow. Okay? Number two, in the holy book of the ancient Persians, Zend Avesta, India is written as Hapt Hindu. In Sanskrit, the Persian letter H gets replaced by letter S. So, Sindhu or Hindu was the name for India from ancient times. Another theory says that the word Hindu was derived from the Sanskrit word Indu. Indu was another word for som, the drink of the Vedic people. Som played an important role in Vedic rituals. It was offered to the gods and then consumed by the people. Rituals means worship or puja. So the Hindu were the people who drank Indu, Som, and were blessed by it, and the land where they lived was called Hindustan. Point number 5, after the coming of Aryans to India and the spread of the Vedic culture, northern India came to be known as Aryavrata, or the land of the Aryans. Now, point number 6, India was also known as Bharatvarsh, or the land of Bharat, the land where the descendants of Bharat live. Children, who was Bharat? He was the son of King Dushyant. He is considered a mythical king. It is believed that King Dushyanta ruled over the whole of the Indian subcontinent. Point number 7. According to Arabic and Persian literature, Indian subcontinent is referred as Hind and the people as Hindus. Point number 8. According to Greeks, they called this land Indica, which got its modern name India. So, children, that's all for today. In the next part, we will study about sources of information for medieval history. Till then, take care, goodbye,